Anybody threaten you or coerce you in any way?
Kind of.
Okay, what do you mean, kinda?
I don't want to go to jail again, Your Honor.
Okay, but did somebody threaten you to plead?
Yeah, with jail time, Your Honor.
Okay, but who did that?
Well, technically, you, Your Honor.
So here's what I'll do. I'll pass it. Go talk to Ann.
This courtroom moment between Judge Simpson and the defendant started off calm, but it quickly took an unexpected turn. Things were actually going smoothly until the defendant suddenly claimed that Judge Simpson had threatened him in the past. But let's be clear, when a judge explains the consequences of your actions, that's not a threat. It's just the legal process. What happens next is surprising and intense. Stick around, because Judge Simpson isn't about to let anyone play games in his courtroom.
Mr. Hampton has entered into an agreement with the people, and I'd like to enter that into the record. Your Honor, is it possible to enter into both today, to address both cases today on the record?
That file is not in the courtroom.
Oh, okay, got it.
But I do believe that the ability to touch you faster.
Oh, sorry.
But I don't believe it's.
What? Okay.
Talking about bond.
All right, we'll just address this case today.
He's going to enter a plea in another case that's set for prelim.
Yes, yeah. So case 24F55262, just because of the timing with the mental health treatment court evaluation, that one was set for preliminary examination before the evaluation was complete. And that is currently set for exam.
So over there is Ann, right?
Yes.
You know Ann?
Yes.
Okay. So if you had this, that may work out where we could get rid of two cases and he could plead. I may or may not do it, but usually just go over and ask Ann. Because you asked me on the record, I'll probably say no, because I don't do the filing, so I don't know where it is.
Understood. Yes. So I will.
So would you like to do that today?
I would like to.
So here's what I'll do. I'll pass it. Go talk to Ann.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, sorry. Ashley Bashir on behalf of Mr. Hampton. And in addition to addressing the case directly, we would like to address bond and request that a condition, specifically the home confinement tether, be reconsidered.
Okay, I'll get to that maybe at some point.
So thank you. Yeah.
Right now, I'm trying to get these pleas done.
Thank you.
So my understanding is he's going to plead the count in case ending in 1596. He's going to plead to count 2.
Yes.
Correct? With count 1 being dismissed. That's going to be a guilty plea. Correct, counsel?
Yes.
All right. Then on the other matter, I have a plea form that indicates that the defendant will be pleading guilty to an added count 2 of attempted resisting and obstructing the 1-year offense. Upon a successful plea to that charge, count 1, the resisting and obstructing, would be dismissed. And there is an agreement that the defendant is to go to mental health court. That's the court's full understanding of the agreement. May I have the defendant's sworn?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah.
State your name.
Brandon Hampton.
Man, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to 2 misdemeanor offenses. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. The first one, in the case ending in 1596, is the charge of aggravated assault. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and a $1,000 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. You also understand in that case that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Barr in the 14A2 District Court. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. And understanding that on that case, do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
All right. On the other case, it says court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration or $1,000 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You understand also that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Balbo in the 15th District Court. You understand that?
Why are the judges different, Your Honor?
Why are the judges different? Because these allegedly occurred in two separate places. The case that we're just talking about with Judge Balbo, the offense took place in the city of Ann Arbor. And the other case happened in maybe the city of Ypsilanti in Ypsi City of Ypsilanti. I'm sorry, Ann Arbor Township. Okay. So they occurred in two separate jurisdictions. Okay. That's why you have two separate judges. But what's going to happen, I think this is probably really the crux of your question. You're going to go to mental health court on these, right?
Yeah.
So Judge Valvo is actually in charge of mental health court. So when that case goes over to her, that will be where it is. You'll have to go before Judge Barr. Judge Barr will do the initial part of the sentencing and then place you on probation to be supervised by the mental health court. Follow that? So it's just a little bit of a process. Both cases, it's anticipated, are going to end up in the same spot.
Okay.
Okay. You got that? Any other questions on that?
I guess it's not like possible for the other case just to go to Valvo as well.
It will get there. It just can't go directly that way.
Okay.
Okay.
For sure.
Anything else? Trust me, we do this all the time. It'll get there. So it'll catch right up to it. Okay. All right. Any other questions you have?
Just the one about bond, but
yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. All right. So understanding all of that, you still wish to plead guilty to these charges?
yeah.
Okay. So to the charge of aggravated assault, how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing, how do you plead?
Guilty.
You understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yeah.
All right. You signed an advice of rights form, correct?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions regarding any of those rights?
No.
All right. You see a copy on the podium. Look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
Yeah.
Were you on probation at the time of these offenses?
No.
All right. Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead to these charges?
No.
All right. Anybody threaten you or coerce you in any way?
Kind of.
Okay, what do you mean, kinda?
I don't want to go to jail again, Your Honor.
Okay, but did somebody threaten you to plead?
Yeah, with jail time, Your Honor.
Okay, but who did that?
Well, technically, you, Your Honor.
He was actually doing all right until he said that. Honestly, it's no surprise people have said he might need professional help because that logic made no sense. It's hard to tell if he was trying to mock Judge Simpson or if he truly believes the judge was threatening him with jail time. Just to be clear, judges have the authority to send someone to jail if they don't follow court orders. That's not a threat, that's how the system works. What's worse is the way he said it. He might have just sabotaged his own plea deal. By acting like he's being targeted instead of owning up to his actions, he's making things harder for himself. And let's not forget, he already pleaded guilty. So why try to walk it back now? It's a bit late for that. What do you think? Was he just talking without thinking? Or does he really believe what he said? Let's jump back in and see how. Judge Simpson handles it.
Oh,
Mr. Hampton, so
tell you what. Why don't we pass the matter? Maybe you can talk to him and we'll give this another shot today if we're comfortable with it. Otherwise, the court may not be comfortable with it. And we might just blow all of this up and it'll just have to happen another way.
thank you.
But I'll give you a chance to talk.
Judge Simpson handled that moment incredibly well, calm, clear, and patient, almost like he was breaking things down step by step. Now, let's get into the next part of the hearing and see if the defendant finally came to his senses. At this point, he's either going to start understanding how the legal system works, or he's going to dig himself in even deeper. If he chooses the second option, we could be watching a textbook example of how to make things worse for yourself in court. What do you think? Is he about to wise up or double down? Let's jump back in and see what happens next.
We're back on the record in the case of the People versus Hampton. We're in the middle of taking a plea. And so I stated the terms on the record. And Mr. Hampton, I'm going to ask you a couple questions again.
Okay.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead to these charges?
No.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you in any way to get you to plead?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily,
Yes.
of your own free will,
Yes.
and because you believe that you're guilty of these offenses?
Yes.
All right. We'll start with case 1596. Paperwork. So, okay, Mr. Hampton, on the date of August 29, 2024, at Washtenaw Community College in Ann Arbor Township, Washtenaw County, state of Michigan. Do you recall what happened on that date regarding a Vladimir, is it Parahorov?
I don't know, Your Honor.
All right. Did you get into a fight with somebody?
Oh, I know what happened. I don't know what his name is. It sounded like.
Okay. Why don't you tell me what happened then?
Oh, I was trying to take a shower, Your Honor.
Okay. And then what occurred?
When I was in the locker room, he had pushed me up against the wall, hit me in my head, and threw me on the ground. And then broke in my property.
Okay, but before that, did you do anything before that?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't until there were 4 people on top of me and I was fearing for my life that I bit him, Your Honor.
Okay. So here's what I'll do.
This is the moment where it all fell apart. You can actually see the exact second his chances just slipped away. He could have walked out of this with a light sentence or maybe even just a fine. But instead, he started talking when he really should have stayed quiet. And now, Judge Simpson is about to respond. Dan, trust me. Judges don't take it lightly when they feel someone is disrespecting the court or wasting their time. What makes it worse is that he had already accepted the plea deal. Now, he's trying to backtrack like he's not guilty. Doesn't make any sense. This is exactly how someone turns a minor outcome into serious consequences. What do you think? Is there any hope left for him? Or did he just throw away his last chance? Let's head back in and see what Judge Simpson does next.
Counsel, because I can see the way that this plea's going, it's not going to work. So if you guys want to change, I'm not suggesting if you guys want to change things to a no contest. If you want to do whatever, what I will do is I'm back up at 1. I'll call it back up at 1. I think everybody's still going to be here. So, and give you a chance to talk with him, decide whether or not you want to do no contest, please explain what a no contest, go through all of that with him, and then see if we can get this done.
Thank you very, very much, Your Honor. Appreciate it. Thank you.
This is a prime example for me of no good deed goes unpunished. All right, so we'll call it back up at that point. Quarter past these matters again. All right.
We actually, based on the most recent conversation with my client, I will actually seek to adjourn this case for to further advise my client on the offer
All right.
for the shortest adjournment possible.
February 13th. Both matters.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Canceling with
Both matters? I don't have to come on. Well, that's true. What are we doing with, well, when is the exam set?
Tuesday for me.
Yes, so apologies. We can see, I'd be happy if I'll stick to adjourn that, the exam or for the other case.
Well, you're gonna need a step on the exam.
Yes.
Because I only took it because there was gonna be a plea. When do you want the other one adjourned to?
When is the soonest?
I'll set this, I'll adjourn the
After the
1596. I'll adjourn 1596 to February 6th. The other one is stay on track for a preliminary examination. I understand that people are not going to have the witnesses available, or you need a stipulation to adjourn that out.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Lie. Honestly, don't understand why he agreed to the plea deal if he had no intention of following through. He had a clear path to a lighter sentence, and he completely threw it away. Now, instead of walking out with just a fine or minimal time, he's looking at extra months behind bars all because he couldn't just stay respectful in court. He wasn't yelling or anything, but the way he responded came off as smug, and that never goes over well. Look, I get that he may be dealing with some personal struggles, maybe even mental health issues. But still, he had a lawyer. He was advised on what to do, and he still did the exact opposite. It's hard to watch. On the flip side, I've got to say I really respect how Judge Simpson handled this. He stayed calm, explained everything clearly, and gave the guy multiple chances. A lot of judges would have lost their patience early on, but not him. At the end of the day, people make their own choices. And sometimes there's only so much a judge or anyone can do before someone has to face the consequences they created. That's exactly what happened here. All right, that's it from me. What did you think about this hearing? Was Judge Simpson fair? Or would you have handled it differently? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I post new cases like this every single day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.